Airplanes cutting through water on a Fort Lauderdale runway that looked more like a lake than a landing zone.
What the hell?
Historic rainfall causing a shutdown in and around the airport, with drivers and passengers stranded in vehicles.
Reference to a vehicle stuck in the floodwater. Caller advised she does not know how to swim.
We got people that need to learn how to swim in order to get around, I believe, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I guess these record levels of unexpected rain led to all this flooding that is going down. And I mentioned Ron DeSantis is associated with this because some people are very upset about his response to it, or what they're calling a lack of response to it. He did issue a state of emergency just yesterday, though, but he hasn't been in the state. Where has he been? He's been in Jeff Wiggins' wonderful state of Ohio. Here's the mayor, Dean Trantalis, saying he hasn't heard from DeSantis. So this is starting to look bad for him. Watch.
Have you spoken with Governor DeSantis?
Governor DeSantis has not yet called. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm sure he's very interested in what's going on here, and we're happy to work with his office. In the meantime, the state agencies we've been working with them.
Well, that doesn't sound all that good. He even had a chuckle like, who? That guy? He hasn't said anything to me. What he's doing is in Ohio, he's running for president, and he's somewhat, not officially, and he's signing books and he's kissing babies right before he tells them he doesn't give a damn whether or not they live past the next school shooting. But still, another Trump is on the case, though, too. He's not very happy about this, and he was directly affected. Here's Junior.
I came in to Miami last night because I couldn't get into Fort Lauderdale because there is historic flooding in the streets. My car is literally still at Fort Lauderdale Airport because I couldn't get in. I couldn't get there to be able to get my vehicle out because I'm hoping it's not underwater, but I wouldn't know because one of the major airports of America is shut down. And where's Ron DeSantis? Ron DeSantis is in Ohio instead of Fort Lauderdale amid the drastic flooding. Okay? He had 2 events there today. Guess what? Leaders lead. If you have flooding in your state, I understand your ambition and the people who want to make a lot of money who are pushing you to run for president, but leaders lead. You get your ass on a plane and you come back and you deal with the issues.
Only a Trump, Jeff, can go on here and talk about this disaster that's happening to so many other people, and the only person he's talking about being affected by it is himself.
Well, yeah, and it makes me wonder, A, if he would talk about it if it didn't affect him, and B, would he call out Ron DeSantis if he was not his father's opponent? Kind of weird, right? Like, I think he would have let that slide if those 2 things weren't in play. But yeah, Ron DeSantis, Ohio. Can I say something, though, right quick? Because for the people who like the optics and aesthetics game, when Joe Biden didn't come to Ohio in order to visit East Palestine, didn't look good for him. Meanwhile, Trump did. And what he actually did while he was in Ohio is questionable at the very least, but it did look good. And for the people who were waiting for him there, they very much appreciated that, and they will remember it moving forward. And so this doesn't look good for DeSantis. I suppose there are people who are going to support him no matter what. But even the guy at the beginning of the clip was like, I mean, who? I haven't heard from him. Yeah, so the optics game is going to look really bad for him really, really soon.
I wonder if it sticks. Again, this is something, look, we're looking for the next election here in 24, and we're sitting here in April of 23, and this is the beginning of this downhill thing and push to show, he's against this, he's against that, he's not looking at the real people, and he's not affecting this, he's not going here. Instead, he's just campaigning as if all of them aren't. I said this earlier in our meeting. I said, whenever these conflicts between DeSantis and Trump people start happening, all I can see is a bunch of bad guys. So honestly, hit them and then respond by hitting them back. I don't care. Both of you guys are disasters for the country. You just have different ways that you're going to go about profiting personally off of this entire thing. So it's, have at it. Putting fingers in floods, yes.